Hey guys, welcome to the series on integration. The idea behind this is to give you integration problems but at varying levels of difficulty. So once you feel comfortable with the problems in level 1, you can graduate to the problems in level 2, level 3, and so on. And the idea is that once you can do all the problems in level 3, you'll be comfortable with any single problem that you get on an integration test in your calc class, assuming it's a first year calculus course. Then level 4 and level 5 will probably have problems involving some of the harder single variable integrals, and then you might do double integrals or maybe polar integration. But for level 1, it's just going to be very basic. It's just going to be knowing the antiderivatives of some common classes of functions and then evaluating them at certain points. And then I'll probably just have some basic questions involving the boundaries of these integrals to make sure you don't make some of the common careless mistakes. So with that being said, let's move on and look at the problem. So this problem is to integrate from 1 to 5 the function x squared plus 1 dx. So pause the video, try this out yourself first, and once you have an answer or you get stuck, unpause the video to see the solution. Alright, so let's look at the solution. So the main thing we need to use for this problem is called power rule. So power rule tells us that if you want to integrate something of the form x to the a, well, this integral is going to equal 1 over a plus 1 times x to the a plus 1. And this works if a is a fraction, it works if a is negative, positive, doesn't matter. The only caveat is that we can't have a equal negative 1. And to see why that breaks down, we'll just take a look at what happens when you plug in a equals negative 1. Notice that we have negative 1 plus 1, that's 0. So you would be dividing by 0, which is not defined. So any other value, we can plug this in and we're fine, but we can't evaluate this for a equals negative 1. And we'll talk about what to do if you do end up having to integrate x to the negative 1. So let's continue. So if we use this rule, we get integral of x squared, which is going to be 1 over 2 plus 1, that's 3, x to the third. And then the integral of 1, that's x. So again, you can use your rule for this. So you can do 1 over 0 plus 1, which is 1, x to the 0 plus 1, which is 1. Now we want to evaluate this from 5 to 1. So we plug in 5, so we have 125 over 3 plus 5 minus what we get when we plug in 1, which is 1 over 3 plus 1. So you should finally get 136 over 3. And that's all for this problem. So just to recap, the main rule that we used is the power rule. And this holds for all values except for a equals 1, or negative 1. It doesn't work then. Now if a equals negative 1, as in this case over here, the antiderivative is just natural log of x. And you can see this just by knowing what the derivative of natural log is. Natural log of x will have a derivative of 1 over x. So that's how you know this. Alright, and that's it for this problem. If you found this useful, or you want to just keep track of this integration series, then hit the subscribe button or the notification bell so you can keep getting updates on this. And if you found this useful also, just share this with your classmates and let them know about it as well. So yeah, that's all for this video, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.